Hey, it's Tuesday. Now you tuned in to Catch a Tea After Dark with your favorite girl, a true lady. And yes, I have a slew of hot topics for you tonight. Hey man, every Tuesday I talk about these celebs, my CTT babes, and everything else. So let's go ahead and kick it off with this week's CTT babe. First on the list has to be April Jones, who knew she was sitting on those cakes. Obviously, she was kid-free because she was showing out and cutting up on her vacation this past weekend. The next CTT bae has to be Angela Rye. She's always sassy, professional, cute, and throws a hint of shade. Number 3 is Mary J. Blige, and she is definitely rocking this bodysuit. It looked like it's painted on. You look good, sis. And finally, it's Kofi. I don't know what it is about this man with this beard, and just like his eyes are piercing into your soul. Is it just me? Or do you feel it too, ladies? Oh, alright. It is time for What's Tea, sis? And those are those hot topics that go on throughout the week. Now, we finally get a chance to meet those twins. Remy and Sir Carter made their appearance on the On the Run 2 tour. And Jay-Z and Beyonce renewed their vows in the video clips surrounded by family. Now, these babies are so adorable. They look just like Jay. They look just like Beyonce. And definitely Blue Ivy is there to be the big sister. Now, word in the wind is that Beyonce was taking claim that those babies were not the twins, but I think she was alluding to the fact to the babies they were holding in the picture. Now, those babies definitely look different than the babies in the home movie videos with the renewing their vows. Because I was like, sis, we all know these babies are yours. They look just like you and your husband. So what you lying for? Oh, all right. While we're talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce, let's talk about the On the Run 2 tour lookbook that goes along with the tour. Now, Jay-Z, Beyonce are posing nude, but it's censored at the same time. Of course, the internet was roasting Jay-Z for letting his wife make him take pictures like. I'm not gonna lie, it was very different to see Jay-Z in this vulnerable moment. Yes, he was vulnerable on the album, but actually seeing him nude with his wife, that's a whole nother feel for me anyway. Jay really looked like dude, our baby boy when he was in the womb, when Tyrese was in the womb. That's exactly the vibes I was getting from Jay-Z. That's just me. What were your thoughts about the pictures, tea sippers? Were they too far? Were they just right? What's tea? Comment below in the comment section. Baby, y'all always want to come for Drea every time she wants to take to her Snapchat and cook some food. Y'all definitely always want to get on sis' case. Well, this time, the internet said that Drea was refrying some Popeye's chicken, saying that no, this could not be the chicken that Drea was attempting to cook. She was putting on for the camera. Well, y'all know Drea is definitely with the shits, and she definitely had to clap back at the internet. But let's take a look at this footage. Is it Popeyes or not, tea sippers? Now, I do see a few pieces where flour was on it, so I think she may have fried this chicken. Y'all, to be honest, it ain't rocket science to fry some chicken. You batter it right, you dip it in a little egg wash, batter it one more again, make sure your grease is just right, and pop it in, and keep it pushing. It ain't rocket science. The internet was not going to continue to play sis. Y'all not going to do it. Then she came back the next day, so regardless of how y'all talk about how bad she may appear to cook, she still got her man, and they still happy together. What's tea sippers? What's the worst meal you've ever cooked for someone, or the worst meal you ever shared on your social media? I definitely want to hear your feedback, so comment below. Child, I hate to talk about Andrew Caldwell, but he must be addressed. Of course, we all know Andrew Caldwell. You know, right now he's going back and forth with Cordell Stewart. And, you know, he's undelivered. Well, a few weeks ago, he posted a picture on social media saying he has a new bae. And now the two are caught in the video.
Tell him good night, baby.
Good night.
Love you guys. Really do.
They wasn't even kissing, tea sippers. You can't convince me. You can't convince me. Now, what killed me, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. When he held his head back when she was alluding to kissing him and like rubbing on his neck, he had his head back like this, like he's felt chills over his body. I was dead to the floor. I definitely need to see y'all kiss to solidify this relationship. And in the time being, I'm not here for it. I'm not buying it. We gonna see y'all. I love you, I love you, love you. You so extra and fake is disgusting. T-Sippers, what's tea? What do you think? Is this for the cameras or is this love real? I could be wrong. Comment below. Baby, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta was one for the books this past week. Now, I said I was going to wait till the end of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta to address some things, but it was too much that I had to talk about it today. First off, I'm not here for Spice and her bullshit, because she coming for Tokyo and claiming, why you want to hit me with my purse? Sis, you attempted to drag Toke through the mud behind her weight. That ain't cute. I don't know who told you to do that. Now, Spice did try to come out and apologize and say she did not like how it looked back on playback. But fast forward to this Dude Ranch incident, they got into it once more and again. And I didn't like how security was handling Tokyo. I didn't like how the whole situation was playing out. Like, it was just a pure debacle. Then you got Esther Leader trying to call out Sierra. And I didn't know these two had beef. And then they tried to fight. It wasn't cute. The owners of the Dude Ranch was like, oh, y'all niggas ain't never coming back here again after this. It was definitely too much going on. And I really wish they would have just left the drama to the side and enjoy the atmosphere of the Dude Ranch. But Spice, sis, you really was out here trying to play innocent, like you really ain't egged that girl on to pop you upside your head with her purse. You really out here playing like you ain't do that. But you know what? I ain't finna get on your ass. You already apologized. I'm gonna let that shit ride. Oh, alright. What's TT Sippers? Comment below. She really had pissed me off though. No bullshit. Let's talk about Super Scent. Now, last week, of course, we congratulated sis because she did get engaged to Lou. But with good things come bad things. Now, Crayola decides to launch their own makeup line. That's right, the color Crayola. Now, who would have thought that Crayola would need a makeup line for kids? Maybe they saw the success of Crayon Case and how it did extreme numbers in only a year. Well, of course, Super Scent took to her Instagram to explain how they have been coming for her since the beginning.
Okay, so they emailed me June 1st. That was the launch day. As you can see. Hold up, let me turn this way. That was the launch day. We haven't received a reply on our previous email from May 18th. So they emailed me May 18th, 2017. Also use the iconic Crayola green chevron design on the bottom corner. This is to a registered trademark of Crayola. Now that was, hold up. Crayola does license our marks for use on other cosmetic products such as Clinique's recent Crayola line. Now that was 2017 in June. Then they emailed again. They emailed again 4/19. This follow-ups from our communications of July 2017 where you agreed to redesign your cosmetic.
Understandable. comfortable. We got you. We'll make the changes. But here comes a few months before they launched their makeup line. They were still nitpicking on a few different things. Now, like Super said, y'all do crayons, colors, and markers. Crayon Case is really out here doing the whole school supply theme, the whole school supply line, not just crayon. But she said after receiving those emails of them kind of going back and forth on her about certain petty things to change, here comes the launch of their makeup line. Who using this? We using Rose Art from now because you tried it, Crayola. You definitely tried it. Even in the email, they tried to apologize and say, we are not trying to be malicious, despite what the internet is, putting out there on the internet. Blah, 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 blah. No. Y'all saw something that was popping, and you're like, dang, we need to capitalize off this idea. And y'all tried to capitalize off of it. But it's not going to work in your favor. Because, like, I'm sitting here right now with Crayon Case on my face. I will never put Crayola on my face. Oh, all right. What's CTT sippers? Do you think it's crazy how these bigger brands are really out here digging and looking and finding all types of ideas from smaller independent brands? Make sure you are copyrighted. Make sure you hold your shit tight together because that's what they're doing. They're scouring online, looking for those people who only have 100 followers but doing a whole hell of a work. Trust me, I know. Comment below, tea sippers. What's tea? What are your entire thoughts about this? Do you think Crayola had intentions on doing this? Or no, their move was just a legit move for their brand? Comment below. Now, let's talk about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, but let's talk about Stevie J and his awkward tweet that he put out. Now, Stevie says he's looking for a wife, and you know who responded back? Jocelyn Hernandez. Baby, Jocelyn really was out here calling out Stevie J and telling him looking for a wife, more like a husband. You really want that boy, kitty. Oh, what's tea? Clutching my invisible pearls. Now, if anybody knows tea on Stevie J, is definitely Jocelyn Hernandez, because those two were into some very wild and crazy things. Now, what's crazy to me, Stevie J says he wants a wife when he damn near had a wife already with Mimi Faust, and Mimi still hold him down regardless of whatever. I don't understand that, but Mimi, do you? But you had a wife. Then you definitely had relationships with Faith Evans. What happened with that? She wasn't a wifey material? Stevie J, to be honest, I don't think you husband material. Oh, that's just my opinion. What's CTT sippers? Comment below. And do you think it's true that he want the boy kitty? Ooh. What is too short? Now, Gucci Mane and Keisha K are out here living their life up while on their little vacay. But the internet had a few things to say about Gucci Mane's short shorts. I ain't gonna lie, I thought Gucci Mane had on a romp him. Not a romp her, but a romp him. And them shorts was going out, all of the thighs was exposed. So everybody was saying he was definitely wrong for having on these shorts. It was too short. And then on the other hand, I feel like this. It's vacation. You enjoy yourself. We don't know where it was. Possibly was hot. So if he got the legs to flaunt it. It was just so funny because one girl tweeted, she was like, oh, Gucci Mane went into my closet from back in the day and put my old outfit on. And look what DCM Fly had to say.
Boy, you know you gotta bring your ass. Bring them goddamn baby draws here, boy. Boy, your ass look like the little lizard off the Sobe drink, boy. Boy, what the hell you shopping at Fashion Nova for a goo-wop? Boy, you know nigga shorts not supposed to be 2 inches above their knees. Your shorts are draws. Baby draws. Baby girl draws. You look like you're going to sleep. I don't pull out no receipt. I don't care how much that baby blouse was. But you can't even get on hard in them shorts. It's over with. Gucci ass all in the corner. What the hell Gucci ass?
I definitely had a few chuckles, but I feel like, hey, to each his own. If this is what you want to wear, you go ahead and wear it and rock it. And he was rocking it with pride and confidence. Okay. Now, Golden State Warriors slam dunk and swept the Cleveland Cavaliers. Were we expecting that or not, tea sippers? Well, Nick Young opened his mouth and may have gotten himself in a bit of a trouble.
Hey, look, man. Came a long way, haven't I? I went from getting snitched on to put a ring on.
Now, he said that he was happy to be at this point. Like earlier this year, he was snitched on, but he still received a ring. Now, everyone was like he's in reference to being snitched on about him cheating on Iggy Azalea with his current baby mama / girlfriend. Of course, that's possibly still an open wound for Iggy Azalea. So she took to her Instagram replying to certain comments and liking certain things on her picture relating back to him and saying, you know, he had no right to continue to bring those things up. He should let it die. Well, of course, after all the mayhem, Nick Young saw this and was like, she's crazy if she definitely think I'm talking about her. Then the baby mama / girlfriend act like she want to square up with Iggy Azalea. Oh, it was too hot for me. That tea was piping hot. Sis act like she was ready to fight Iggy. Lord. What are your thoughts, tea sippers? Was he wrong for bringing this situation up, or was he merely just referring to something else that's going on in his life? Because you know we don't know everything. Or does Iggy need to get out her feelings and move around? What's tea, sis? Comment below, tea sippers. Let me know what you think. Tea sippers, it's time for you in case you missed the tea. These are things you may have missed that I'm always catching. Dime showed off her baby girl. No, we have not seen the face, but she showed off those cute little booties and her long legs. Memphis Bleak is definitely welcoming another baby into this world and celebrated his shower this weekend. Also this weekend, Keegan Michael Key from Key and Peele married his fiance. And last but not least, King graduates from kindergarten.
Stevenson.
Tea sippers, all these stories and more can be found on our website at spillingthetea.com. Now it's time for my favorite part of the show, and that is the Ask a Lady question. This week's question is from Patrick Ellis, and it's saying, whoa, what up, lady? Me and my old lady been having this argument for a few days, so I'm coming to you to be the breaker in the discussion. Does having a conversation about sex count as cheating? There has never been any physical connection or even talks about having sex together, just a general discussion with the opposite sex about sex. What do you think? Well, Patrick, in my opinion, I can say it depends on the context of the conversation. Like, you can say certain things that can definitely cross a line, and it can open someone else's mind and be like, oh, well, I need to try this with this person. Oh, I need to see if they're really about what they're talking about. So you definitely need to watch the context of the conversation that you have with the opposite sex about sex. Now, if it's in a group setting and you're on a podcast or you're in a room full of friends and y'all talking about things, those conversations are okay. Just make sure those lines don't get blurred. But if it's like one-on-one and some text stuff, could be a line crosser, depending on the context of the conversation. Also, if she's asking you not to have conversations like that in that manner with this one particular person, just adhere to what she's saying, because you know it's going to cause troubles in your relationship. Oh, all right. Tea sippers, what's tea? Comment below your CTT advice. We definitely came to the end of the show for another Tuesday night. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you're watching this on Facebook, hit like and follow. If you're also watching this on YouTube, hit the subscribe button because I have so many more videos to come. Also, follow me on social media, Such a Lady 85 on everything. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, or just search for that hashtag, Catch the Tea. You're bound to find me in all the tea I spill. See y'all next Tuesday night.